Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's Funny to Tears. Today we're diving into a story that sounds like it's straight out of a movie, but I promise you, it's 100% real. It's about a man named Timothy, a completely normal guy by day, but a legendary adventurer by night. All while he's fast asleep, Timothy's wife, Sarah, started noticing some odd things. First, it was small stuff. She'd wake up to find all the couch cushions arranged into a fort in the living room. Another time, the entire pantry was reorganized alphabetically by a system only a sleeping person could invent. She'd just laugh, snap a picture, and chalk it up to Timothy's quirky sleep habits. But things were about to get a whole lot weirder. One morning, Sarah came downstairs to find the front door wide open. Panic set in for a second, but then she saw it. On the kitchen counter was a perfectly assembled, albeit slightly lopsided, birdhouse. There was a note next to it, written in Timothy's messy scrawl that read, "For the wrens." They seemed cold. Timothy, of course, had no memory of becoming a nocturnal avian architect. He just looked at the birdhouse, shrugged, and said, "Well, I hope they like it." The sleepwalking escapades escalated from there. He once tried to mow the lawn at 2 a.m. with a vacuum cleaner. His neighbor, an early riser, saw the whole thing. He told Timothy the next day, "I thought you were just really, really dedicated to having the cleanest yard on the block." Timothy was mortified, but the neighbor thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. Another night, Sarah woke up to the sound of clanging pots and pans. She crept downstairs to find Timothy in the kitchen, wearing a colander as a helmet and wielding a spatula like a sword. He was whispering intensely to the refrigerator, "Don't worry, Your Highness, I will protect the frozen peas from the dragon." The dragon, she soon realized, was their very confused cat, Mittens, who was just trying to get a midnight snack. Sarah had to gently lead her brave knight back to bed, assuring him the peas were safe. But the peak of his sleepwalking career, the absolute masterpiece, happened on a random Tuesday night. Sarah woke up alone. A quick search of the house revealed nothing. A bit worried, she looked out the window. And there he was. Timothy was in the backyard wearing his best suit, slow dancing with the garden gnome. He was humming a little tune and occasionally dipping the gnome with surprising grace. Sarah couldn't even be mad. She just recorded a little video, which, by the way, became an instant classic among their friends and family. The next morning, Timothy woke up with a sore back and grass stains on his suit trousers. He had no idea why. Sarah just smiled, handed him a cup of coffee, and said, "You were the belle of the ball last night." He was baffled until she showed him the video. He watched, his eyes getting wider and wider before bursting into laughter. He couldn't believe it. "Was I a good dancer?" he asked. Sarah assured him the gnome had never looked happier. From then on, they took some precautions. They installed a special lock on the door that was a bit trickier to open, just in case his adventures got too ambitious. Timothy started seeing a specialist to understand his nocturnal wanderings better. But they also embraced the humor of it all. They started a sleepwalking diary, a scrapbook filled with photos and stories of his nighttime escapades. There was the time he tried to pay for groceries with Monopoly money at their kitchen table, and the time he fished in the bathtub using a coat hanger and a piece of string. His adventures became a source of endless amusement. Instead of it being a problem, it became a unique part of their lives, a nightly surprise party that only Timothy wasn't aware he was throwing. His sleepwalking wasn't just a quirky habit, it was a testament to the wild, wonderful, and hilarious places our minds can go when we're not even awake to see it. It proved that sometimes, the greatest adventures happen when you're not even trying. And who knows what he'll get up to next? Maybe he'll try to teach the dog French or repaint the house using only ketchup. With Timothy, anything is possible. So what's the craziest thing you've ever heard of someone doing in their sleep? Let me know down in the comments because I would love to hear your stories. It's a reminder that life is beautifully unpredictable, and sometimes, the best stories are the ones we don't even remember writing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on It's Funny to Tears. If you enjoyed Timothy's sleepy adventures, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. We'll see you in the next one. Stay laughing, everyone.